24 minutes to 6 is the time. David Gibson is the member for Gympie. Many people say opposition leader in waiting. He hates when I say that. David Gibson, hello.
G'day, Smithy. How are you, mate?
I'm well. You've just found that cat. You've given it a bit of a kick on the backside and sent it in amongst the pigeons. You have today advised us that you reckon baby boomers are bludgers.
Mate, don't go taking me out of context here.
You provide the context. Shape it all up.
All right, and this is the big thing. I mean, obviously the stories run on the in the. Can you say the major paper's name here, or do you just
the Journal of Record in Queensland, the Courier Mail?
The Courier Mail
on their website.
The story online. Now, last night there was a forum, the Our Say Your Future Growth Forum,
right,
occurring up on the Sunshine Coast, and I was one of the panellists at that forum, and was keen to be there and happy to talk.
Mm-hmm.
In the context of growth, population growth, there were people arguing that we shouldn't have population growth. They were referring to what they called stable population. And that's basically one person dies, one person's born, or we allow one immigrant to come into the country.
Yes.
Now, it all sounds fine and lovey-dovey, but the problem is that, and this is where my comments then kicked in, I said, well, I find that really selfish that baby boomers would then be expecting myself, who's a Generation X, to bear the tax burden of their retirement. Because obviously if we don't grow our population, then those baby boomers who are now moving through into retirement are going to need to have someone paying for their retirement, the age pension, health, etc., etc.
So this is the origin of your incendiary remarks that baby boomers are expecting to bludge on the taxpayers.
Yeah, steady. But that's the context in which it was made. It's that we need to have population growth.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, then we're asking Generation X and Generation Y to bear the tax burden of baby boomers as they move through. Now, I've got the greatest respect for baby boomers, and they paid their taxes at a time when they thought the federal government and the state government was going to look after them in their retirement.
Yep.
Well, mate, they got ripped off because the health system now is terrible, etc. We've got to find some way to fund that, and if we don't have population growth, if we don't bring people into this country and have babies, then we're not going to have a broad enough tax base to carry them in retirement.
Are you pro Big Australia, a la Mr. Rudd, 35 mil?
Yeah, look, I think 35 mil is a good number. I think what I'm not pro on is packing everyone into Bligh's Battery Hens in southeast Queensland. Mate, I'm not.
Bligh's Battery Hens.
Bligh's Battery Hens. That's her southeast Queensland regional plan.
Bligh's Battery Hens.
Mate,
and what's she then? Is she like Henny Penny out the front? Squawking away, or what's
Mate,
what?
Well, she would be Henny Penny because
or Chicken Little? Is she the sky's falling in Chicken Little? I'm going to go to Chile.
Mate, she's more Chicken Little because she's too chicken to face up to her own union movement on May Day.
Foghorn Leghorn? Remember old Foghorn Leghorn? That'd be me.
That'd be the health minister.
She's about as sharp as a billiard ball, that girl. Henny Penny Anna with Anna Bligh's Battery Hens, all cocooned into southeast SEQ, you reckon, David Gibson?
Mate, and that's what she's planning. Now, I think we should have population growth.
Yes.
I think we should decentralise.
Yes.
I think we've got to bite the bullet and start talking about moving some government departments outside of being, in Brisbane. I don't think, mines and energy. What have we got them for in the southeast corner? We should have them close to where mining, is the issue.
Wise move.
DPI, again, why have we got that sitting in urban areas? Why don't we have it in towns and cities where it's close to agriculture? Now I'm not saying we need to shut down these departments and move them tomorrow. You could do it phased over a period of time, 5 years.
You have expertly diverted me from your fundamental tenet, which is that baby boomers are bludgers. Hey, listen, Gibbo, we haven't got time this Arvo. Thank you very much for your time. Can I ask you one question? Will you be fronting up on March the 17th, next Wednesday, to the Greek Club in South Brisbane for our Right to Feel Safe Law and Order Forum?
Mate, if I can, I will be there. I've been hearing about your forum. As you know, I live up in Gympie and I try and get down to Brisbane as much as I can.
Yes.
I will check my diary, and if I can be there, I'm there.
We're looking forward to seeing you. Thanks, mate.
Okay, mate.
All the very best. David Gibson, potential leader in waiting, who has caused quite a stir today with his comments, as do the breakfast team with the Rudds